All right, friends, it's T-Mon. We back again, friends, with another video on our good friend Jason Blaha, man. I gotta love this one. The lifting, gym, vegan diet slave dude. Yeah, he's gonna talk about oxalates and lectins. So Blaha says oxalates and lectins fear mongering by gurus. They're not fear mongering. It's in NCBI. It's a known fact. It's in science. They discovered what's inside there. They've looked inside. Yes, blah, they have. Yes. Anyone who claims these anti-nutrients are something to be concerned about. I like how he says off the bat anti-nutrients. Anyone who claims these anti-nutrients, yes, they're anti-nutrients. Okay. You've already admitted they're anti-nutrients. Should what? Something to be concerned about is ignoring the available data and the researchers? What? The available data says it's anti-nutrient. If it's anti-nutrient, it must be anti-nutrient. What an idiot. You gotta love this stupid guy. Fuck.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down and do another video for you guys and gals. Let me get a sip of my water first. My radio voice going. Let's talk about this. All right. We see a big trend again of people trying to promote anti-nutrients as a bad thing, as if they are linked to bad health.
We got these guys promoting anti-nutrients as being bad for your health and bad for this. Off the bat, he says the word anti-nutrient. Well, if it's anti-nutrient, it must be bad for you, right? If something's anti, that means it's not for you, it's against you. This guy's stupid.
The leading experts, leading doctors, leading researchers in the world laugh at this. It's been debunked. They discuss it in articles saying,
what's been debunked? What's been debunked?
Look, this is nonsense. We're talking about things like lecithin and oxalates specifically.
What about him? Oxalate crystals, oxalated acid? Yeah, they exist, yes. Yes, we know they're anti-nutrient, yes.
Right. And when I say that, when I say the science shows that they're pretty dang good.
The word anti-nutrient means poison. They're poisonous, yes. You're eating poison. Alcohol is poison, Blaha. Smoking marijuana is a type of poison. It's just going in a different way. All these things that you're doing, eating these vegetables and plants and fruits and stuff, they have a level of poison in them. Now, if you eat too much of it, it can poison you to death and you can die. Yeah, you could literally die eating these things because they're poisonous.
They're healthy and that most of the problems people are concerned about can be largely avoided.
Did he just say they're healthy? How could something that's poisonous, anti-nutrient, which is poison, how can something poisonous be healthy for you? Is alcohol healthy for you too? Blah.
There's plenty of expert opinion on this explaining why and that this is just a fringe thing that people do to sell books. And people say, well, I don't.
No, I tried plants and they poisoned me, man. They made me very sick. They made me look terrible, flat. They made me look really bad. I mean, really bad. Really bad. And I felt really bad. And it diminished a lot of my good strength. The fructose, the oxalates and shit, the dumping, it causes all these skin problems. That's why you're suffering from all these autoimmune diseases, Blaha. That's why you have all these problems. That's why your body looks like mashed potatoes. Because of that. It's anti-nutrient.
Well, science. Well,
you accelerate aging through anti-nutrient food. Poison accelerates aging.
Science, you wouldn't know what an oxalate is. So here's my problem with the people saying, well,
I don't need to know. I just look at you and I already know what it is. Take one look at your body and you. I already know. Oxalate. Stay away from it.
Don't believe in.
Hi, my name is Justin Duff.
In research and science. Well, then why are you using big fancy words that you don't even know the meaning of? You are aware without microscopes and...
You just have to type it up in NCBI. It just tells you plant toxins right there. That alone tells you plant toxins. Poison. Then they talk about oxalates. They talk about all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they give you stones and shit and all that. They do a bunch of stuff to you. They create oxalic acid and oxalic crystals inside your body. Like needles, man. They fuck you up. They tear you up inside. They age the shit out of you. Anything anti-nutrient is going to accelerate aging. It prevents nutrients from being absorbed. That's why you're constantly hungry.
Chemistry and biology you wouldn't know the word oxalate. You would never have heard of it. It wouldn't be a topic. People forget that.
No. What are you talking about? It's scientific terminologies for something. That's what it is.
In these topics. You can't take one and then say, well, I don't believe in the science and research and data on this, but you're going to believe in the existence of it. That's like saying, oh,
I'm going to believe in the existence of it because it exists. That's how plants protect themselves. They protect themselves through what? Injecting these toxins and poisons in them. That's how they protect their apex organism. Meat doesn't have any of these poisons in it, nor does it have sugar in it or fructose.
I disagree with this position by quantum mechanics experts on quarks and string theory. But it's like, but without quantum mechanics, you would never have heard of these things.
He just used the word theory. He's trying to say that oxalates are a theory. No, oxalates are proven. They're not theories, Blaha. String theory, right, and quarks, or whatever you want to call it, like you just said, string theory is a theory. But oxalates, the word theory is not placed next to oxalates. It's actually oxalates. They exist. They're not a theory, dude.
You wouldn't know about subatomic particles or any of that. Okay, this is a nonsense.
What does that have to do with fucking oxalates and lectins? Like, what did this what the fuck?
Position. All right. Oxalates is an easy one to debunk. And when I tell people, just go read,
I love this. Oxalates is an easy one to debunk. So something real is easy to debunk. It's easy to debunk. Here it is. Oxalates exist, and you want to know how to see them? Just look at Blaha in his garage. Yeah.
Simply go to Google and type the word in and put health concerns. But
I mean, look at his food basket. It's all fake food. It's all fabricated. There's no real food in there. Pasta, fucking, I don't know, tofu, and a bunch of weird stuff in there. Some stuff for the mushed up hot dogs. Probably the only thing he comes close to protein is hot dogs. Maybe close to animal food. I don't know. He buys a very poor diet. It's mostly all processed food and stuff that he's eating. It's all garbage.
the word and see what all the actual experts say who are not trying to...
Guys, here's the thing, man. You are what you eat. If you eat natural food, then you're going to look and feel amazing. You're going to look amazing, and you're going to feel amazing. You're going to look amazing. But if you eat an unnatural diet, you're going to look and feel terrible all the time. I mean it, and I mean it.
I'll use some fringe book on it. See the rebuttals to a lot of the medical doctors who discuss these things. Oxalates. What is the only real health concern with oxalates? The concern is the formation of calcium-based kidney stones. All right, the solution is twofold. Even the experts who treat this with diet point out, they're like, okay, in some people, yeah, you could do a lower oxalate diet. Like number two, you could cook the food, that would help. So that's your big issue with oxalates. A lot of it goes away by cooking to some extent. Some people say, well, I don't want to eat the broccoli because it's got whatever, spinach and all that. They want low oxalate vegetables. They don't want kidney stones. Excreting that.
Is he admitting now to low oxalates? Like, he's all over the place.
Calcium into the kidneys. What do the experts say who treat kidney stones? They're like, you know what the better solution is? What's more successful, and they might use the low oxalate diet in extreme cases, what's more successful is to drink more water. They're like, even if your oxalates are high in your diet and you're genetically prone to these kidney stones.
So he's admitting to oxalates existing. Low oxalate, high oxalate, whatever.
If you just drink enough water, you still won't get them. Quit being dehydrated.
If you drink enough water, you won't get them. Well, they mentioned something in science that it would bind to calcium and then be drawn out of your system. But here's the thing. Why would you take the chance to eat that? That's not your diet. Here's the thing. Do you need vegetables? Do you need fruits? Why do you need them for? Here's the question. If If your bodily cells just want nutrients, and meat is what has all the nutrients, right? Meat, beef. Then why do you need fruits and vegetables? What is the purpose behind it? There isn't any. It's the only purpose is for taste. Is because you're addicted to tastes. You want the sweet taste of everything. They put that sweet taste in everything. They even put it on vegetables. They take the sweet tastes, the sugar, whatever you want to call it. They manufacture it and then they throw it on all these other things to make it more tasty. Plants taste like shit by themselves, really. But what do? They throw sugar in it and they manufacture fake food out of these things, man. They make processed foods, weird foods, and they throw sugar in it. They throw it in everything because they know it tastes like shit, and then you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't buy it because it tastes like shit. Think about it, granola. It's all filled with sugar in it. All these cereals, they're filled with sugar. Take away the sugar from these cereals, and they're nothing. They taste like shit. How about Wheaties? Wheaties taste like shit. But what do? They put some frosted shit on there. You understand me? Because it tastes like shit by itself. Yeah.
Hydrated. It's like people will literally go, I'm going to avoid some of the healthiest foods on earth because I'm scared I might get kidney stones.
I could tell you meat tastes amazing. Meat, you don't need to put anything on it. You just barbecue that sucker a little bit. Tastes amazing. I don't know if you've ever eaten, like in Mexico, they put like chicken on the carbone. They put this carbon and then they barbecue the chicken on the carbon. The taste is out of this world on the carbon when they make it on that barbecue. It's crazy, the taste. Whoa. Man, I can eat that chicken forever. So meat tastes amazing, especially in the preparation of it. Sometimes can even taste better. Depends on what you're doing. Doesn't need salt, doesn't need pepper, doesn't need any of these weird things.
But they refuse to drink water? So you're going to deprive yourself of all sorts of amazing nutrients because you're scared of a glass of water? Again, if that's your mindset, go see a therapist.
What are you talking about?
Your fear of water needs to be discussed. You need to seek therapy for your fear of water. It's kind of important for get over the fear of water.
Why do you need to drink so much water?
Then you can eat broccoli. Now, they will point out in some extreme cases.
So if you drink water, you can eat broccoli? What? Man, I'm not a cow, bro. I don't want to eat any plant foods, okay? I'm not a herbivore. I'm an apex predator. I'm like a lion and a tiger. You are, you're bait, bro.
If they need to deal with it short term, they'll put people on these diets, but they still have them drink the water because the water still does more to flush it out. Lectins. So this is again potentially blocks the absorption of certain things. Certain types of them can be toxic in the gut. The worst case would be from beans. So you don't undercook your beans.
You know, his mom ate a lot of plant foods. That's why he came out the way he did, looking like a mush puppet, because she ate a slave diet. And he came out looking like this. He's all upset. He's so upset now. He wants all of you to eat those plants and stuff so you could look like Blaha. Yeah. My mom, she ate a lot of meat. She ate meat, high fat, and meat. Yeah. She liked to eat that. She did eat plants because, that's what people do, I guess. They eat some plants, but my mom ate a lot of meat and high fat, high meat diet, pretty much, and some plants, whatever. That's why I came out the way I did. But he came out the way he did because she ate a pure slave diet. It must have been all those chickpeas and beans, eh, Blaha?
When we come over to the whole issue, that's what gives you gas from beans in some cases.
Still, the majority of people out there eat meat, definitely. They eat a lot of plant foods, which is messing up the gene pool. It messes up your looks and everything and a whole bunch of stuff, your DNA and everything, especially when you're inside mom and mom is eating that vegan diet shit with the meat diet, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Had it been just all meat, you would have came out even better. You would have came out on top, broski. But at least you came out as good as you did. But unfortunately, in his case, his mom, she ate chickpeas and these plants and shit and tofu and pasta. So that's why he came out the way he did, looking even worse.
That's one of the worst offenders. All these other vegetables that have them, much easier and quicker to remove. But you take that and it's like, but they're not dangerous if you cook it. All right, that's the big issue.
Again, anything anti-nutrient is going to prevent you from building muscles. It's really simple. He mentioned it in the beginning already.
Again, the experts point out, they're like, okay, yes, in large quantities they can be a problem, but they also have health benefits. In small quantities, they have health benefits.
They have absolutely zero health benefits. Plants have zero health benefits. There are no health benefits there.
They're good for you.
Okay, what's good about these what's good about these plants, Blaha? What's the health benefits? The fructose, the sugar, the cellulose, what? The fiber and all that? You don't need any of that. It's all garbage. The anti-nutrients, what are you talking about? What is healthy about it? What is healthy about a bunch of fucking toxins, sugar, and a bunch of like cellulose, which you can't digest? What is healthy about that?
But if you want to reduce the quantities, cooking the food works. It dramatically reduces it. And particularly in the really high foods like they're talking about.
Guys, why are you eating chocolate bars? Why are you chewing gum? Why are you buying chewing gum at the corner store? See what I mean? Why are you doing these things? Why are you eating chips? Why are you eating chips? To entertain yourself? You're bored? You're hungry all the time? Because you're eating on a natural diet. You're starving.
With beans, cooking it.
And you're addicted to sugar and these plants and drugs and everything. Look, gum. If they were to sell you gum without the sugar in it, the sweet taste in it, would you buy it? Most likely not. Because once you chew up that gum and then the sweetness goes away, it becomes bland. What do? You spit it out. You want another one. It's the whole point. That's how they get you to keep chewing bubble gum. You're just chewing plastic, really chewing plastic in your mouth. But plastic with a little bit of sugar, wow, that goes a long way, doesn't it? It's all marketing.
Correctly, it reduces the amount of them well over 99%. We're talking something like 1 in 10,000 or something. I think that's a figure I saw somewhere. Something like 1 in 10,000 of them are left after appropriate cooking of a long enough time. And the same with the others, your oats, your vegetables and whatever. If you're concerned with this.
Yeah, oats. Horses eat oats and vegetables. I don't know, cows eat vegetables. I don't eat them, man.
Guess what? And this is what the leading experts say.
Again, they can only be found on farms. They're farmed by people. They're engineered by man. It's all garbage.
Measure it. They're like, well, quit eating it raw. And when I say oats, I mean instant oats you can actually eat raw because they've been pre-cooked. But quit eating your oats raw. Quit eating raw brown rice. Quit eating raw grains that are straight from the thing and never been cooked. Stop eating your potatoes raw. You should cook them first. Quit trying to eat raw beans.
They taste like shit. You ever eat any of those raw stuff? They taste like crap. That's why people put sauce on them. That's why they cook them. They do a bunch of stuff because plants are toxic. They taste like shit. And they know they're toxic. So what do? They cook them. By cooking them, that increases the sugar content in them. They think, well, it'll lower the oxalates. Okay, it'll lower somewhat the poisons that are in there. It'll lower it a bit, but it's still in there. And then the sugar content increases because you fucking cooked it.
Is you finding a trend here?
Sugar is somewhat anti-nutrient. It prevents nutrients from being absorbed. Here's the thing. Sugar makes you insulin resistant. And if you're resistant, it means you can't absorb nutrients into the cell. So you can't build muscles. Sugar prevents growth of muscle.
People not understand that cooking was a miracle for our species. We're a cooked food species, and it's because most of the foods in nature...
We're not a cooked food species. We're not a cooked food species. We just thought that we got smart. We grew a brain. We thought we got smart. We're actually really stupid. So we started eating these plants. We started settling down and creating these so-called farms. We started farming, engineering and farming these plants we found. Yeah. And then that's what's causing us all the problems.
People are like, well, some of these anti-nutrients are there to protect them from predators eating them. But we figured out that cooking gets rid of this. One, it increases nutrient absorption.
It doesn't increase it, and it doesn't increase nutrient absorption. Oh man. It just lowers a bit of the oxalate, and then it increases sugar, making you more insulin resistant. So zero absorption.
In other words, if you cook most of your vegetables, you get more nutrients from them than if you eat them.
No, you don't. No, there's no nutrients in it. It's still anti-nutrient, and the sugar content increases, making you insulin resistant. Therefore, you can't absorb the nutrients. Yama.
Wrong, and they're better for you, way better for you. Okay, cook your food. Fruits tend to be the exception because fruits, it's in the best interest of the fruit plant for animals to eat it. That's why fruits exist.
Heat kills nutrients. Heat kills everything.
It's part of the reproductive cycle of using the ecology around them for these plants to get their seeds passed along and basically excreted out of the animals that eat them. So it's desirable for them to be eaten. So they don't necessarily always have these defense mechanisms against being eaten. But the thing is, we bypass the...
But he admits there's defense mechanisms from being eaten, the seeds and stuff. So you want to crush these seeds and release their toxins in your body, right? And eat them. Yeah.
A long time ago, before...
Why do you think people have so many health issues in North America? They need dentists, doctors, pharmacies, hospitals, health food stores. Why do they need that? Because it's the unnatural lifestyle that they're living, the unnatural food they're eating.
Humans even exist in modern humans. Other hominids already figured out you can cook the foods, it fixes the problem. It's like cooking meat takes the bacteria count down, less people eat that too. Cook your food that has these things in them. You don't have to avoid them, just cook it. And keep in mind, in small amounts,
Just cook it, dude.
they show health benefits. And
They show zero health benefits, okay? I've watched the vegan compilation. They're all diminished and dying. And they all switched over to the carnivore, back to their natural diet, eating natural food, wild, natural animals.
It is overwhelming that fruits and vegetables and grains are good for you. We see it.
They're absolutely bad for you. I want to see you stop eating all meat, Blaha, and just stay on your plant food-based diet. See what happens to you. I want to watch you diminish even further on your channel.
Lab, we see it in the epidemiology. All right, guys, but that's really all I have.
Then why are they people still eating meat out there? Because without meat, they'd disintegrate, fall apart, and die. That's how. They still feed you meat because you need it. They feed you those unnatural foods because it's marketing. They're scamming you. They need your money, and the only way to do that is to scam you. They can't take your money from you because you won't give it away to them for free, but you will give it to them and poison yourself with these fake foods because you're an idiot. I'll see you in the next one, friends.
To say on that today. I hope it's been informative.
It was absolutely uninformative. People will listen to him and actually run out and eat these oxalates because they're stupid. Don't do it, man. Don't listen to him. He's dumb. Do your own research. See you in the next one, friends. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Helps with the algorithm. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.